Hey, wait for me. The call rings out, muffled only slightly by the thick fur hoods and scarves wrapped tightly around small faces. The shout cuts through the biting air, pure joy echoing across the snow. Their laughter, bright and unrestrained, seems to warm the very air around them, even as their breath turns to mist in the frigid morning. "Catch me if you can," another voice answers, laughter ringing out. The children dart and weave, their movements quick and nimble, leaving trails of footprints in the untouched snow. In the frozen heart of Yakutia, Siberia, life doesn't just endure, it thrives. Here the cold is not an enemy, but a constant companion, shaping every moment of daily existence. This is the coldest inhabited place on Earth, where temperatures plunge to minus 71 degrees Celsius. The landscape is both beautiful and unforgiving, a world of endless white and biting wind. Yet children bundled in reindeer furs play, their laughter defying the cold. Their cheeks glow red, and their eyes sparkle with excitement, as if the cold only makes their games more thrilling. Their playground is endless white, snow stretching to the horizon, trees sparkling with frost. The world feels vast and open, a blank canvas for their imagination and adventure. The air stings any exposed skin, but for these Yakut children, this is simply home. They know the snow's secrets, the way it crunches underfoot and glitters in the sunlight. They chase each other around urasas, their traditional tents, boots crunching on the snow. The tents stand as warm havens, their rounded shapes a familiar sight in the white expanse. One tumbles into a drift, pops up giggling, covered in powder. The snow clings to their coats, but the cold never dampens their spirits. These games are more than play. They're training for survival, teaching balance, endurance, and respect for the cold. Every leap and climb is a lesson, every laugh a bond that ties them to this land. Every morning begins with their laughter, a melody against the silent Siberian winter. The sound carries far, a reminder that even in the harshest places, childhood finds a way. For outsiders, this might seem a struggle, but for this family, it's just another day. Their resilience is woven into their routines, their joy a quiet defiance of the elements. Their spirit is the first line of defense against the cold, a fire burning as brightly as the one inside their home. It's a warmth that comes from within, passed down through generations. In this harsh land, joy and resilience are woven into every moment, creating a tapestry of life that is as enduring as the winter itself. Before dawn, the men of the family rise, their breath visible in the chill of the cabin. The world outside is silent, blanketed in darkness and snow, but inside, a quiet determination fills the air. Moving quietly in the darkness, they avoid waking the rest of the household, each step deliberate and respectful of the early hour. The cold outside is deadly, but they are prepared, layered in furs, every piece a tool for survival. Each garment is chosen with care, passed down through generations, a testament to the knowledge of their ancestors. Their mission, to find food in a landscape that offers little. Rifles are checked, ammunition counted, and the sled dogs wait, tails wagging, sensing the importance of the day ahead. They step into the biting air, the cold stinging their faces, but their resolve is unwavering. The Yakutian Laika sled dogs, eager and restless, are harnessed with practiced efficiency. These dogs are more than companions. They are partners in survival, bred for endurance and loyalty. No words are needed, their task is understood. Years of shared experience have forged a silent language between man and animal. The sled glides into the vast frozen taiga, the men reading subtle signs in the snow. Every tree, every drift, tells a story to those who know how to listen. Here, survival depends on knowledge, patience, and the ability to read the land as if it were a living map. And a deep connection to the land, a respect for its power and its gifts. The cold burns their lungs, each breath a reminder of the harshness of this world. Frost forms on beards and lashes, but they press on, undeterred by discomfort or pain. Every step is calculated, one mistake can be fatal. The ice hides dangers, and the snow conceals both prey and peril. The hunt is not just about strength, but wisdom, passed from elder to youth in quiet moments of teaching, and respect for the wilderness, for every life taken and every lesson learned. They are not fighting the wild, they are part of it, moving in harmony with the rhythms of the land, and the animals they depend on. The success of their hunt will feed the family, their resolve unshakable, their unity a source of strength. In this world, the hunter's courage and skill are the family's lifeline, the difference between hunger and survival. As they disappear into the dawn, the camp waits, trusting in their return, hearts hopeful and eyes fixed on the horizon. This is the way of the Yakut people, enduring, adapting, surviving, and always honoring the bond between family, land, and tradition. Inside the Urasa, the Women's Day begins with the fire, a ritual as old as memory itself. Before the first light of dawn, she kneels at the hearth, coaxing embers to life, her breath and hands guiding the fragile spark into a steady flame. The fire is the heart of the home, offering warmth, light, and the promise of life itself. Its glow is a silent companion through the endless winter nights, a beacon of comfort in the vast, frozen wilderness. Letting it die is not an option. The cold outside is relentless, unforgiving, and ever-present. The world beyond the walls is a realm of ice and wind, where survival depends on the flame within. The matriarch moves with practiced grace, adding precious logs to the hearth. Each piece of wood is chosen with care, every movement deliberate, conserving resources for the long winter ahead. The tent, built from wood and hides, holds the warmth, but frost creeps up the walls, a silent reminder of the cold's persistence. Even inside, the battle against winter is never truly won. Smoke rises through the cone, carrying the scent of burning wood and cooking food. The air is thick with memories, of meals shared, stories told, and generations gathered around the same fire. The woman's work is constant, tending the fire, managing the wood, reading the smoke. She knows the language of the flames, the subtle signs that tell her when to feed or stoke, when to let the fire rest. Her skill is vital, passed down through generations. Each lesson is a thread in the fabric of survival, binding mother to daughter, past to present. She is the guardian of warmth, maintaining the sanctuary the hunters will return to. The fire is her promise that home will always be a refuge from the storm. This simple act is survival, a ritual of defiance against the Siberian winter. Each day, she chooses to keep the flame alive, refusing to yield to the darkness and cold. The fire's light pushes back the darkness, its heat holds the cold at bay. It is a shield, a comfort, and a symbol of hope in the heart of winter. The family's existence depends on this small, steady blaze. Around it, they gather for warmth, for food, for the stories that keep their spirits alive. In her hands, the fire is life, security, and hope, a living link between generations and the promise that no matter how fierce the winter, the flame will endure. With the fire secure, the women turn to mending clothing, the family's armor against the cold. Reindeer hides, dense and warm, are stitched with sinew and bone needles. Every seam, every patch is checked and reinforced. Even a small tear can be dangerous here. The matriarch and her daughter work quietly, their hands skilled and precise. Boots, mittens, and parkas are inspected, repaired, and repurposed. Nothing is wasted, every scrap of fur is used. This is more than sewing, it's protection, care, and tradition. The rhythm of their work is meditative, a daily act of love and survival. Through these threads, they weave safety for their family. Their resourcefulness and respect for the land are evident in every stitch. In this frozen world, mending is as vital as hunting. In a land of ice, water is hard-won. There are no taps, only the frozen river, several feet thick. The matriarch, bundled in furs, heads out with an iron pole and bucket. She chips through the ice, each strike echoing in the silence. It's exhausting, the cold sapping her strength. Finally, dark water appears, a precious reward. She fills her bucket quickly. The hole will freeze again soon. Back in the Urasa, the water is placed near the fire, used for drinking, cooking, and cleaning. Every drop is precious. Nothing is wasted. Chunks of ice are also melted down. This daily task is a reminder of the effort behind every necessity. Water here is not a convenience. It's earned through strength and persistence. The family's survival depends on this daily ritual. In Yakutia, even water is a victory. With water fetched and fire burning, it's time to prepare food. The Yakut diet is rich in protein and fat, fuel for the cold. The matriarch thaws a slab of reindeer meat near the fire, then slices it for stew. The pot simmers with meat, ice, and water, sometimes wild onions or preserved roots. There are no fresh vegetables, only what's been stored from summer. Stroganina, thinly sliced frozen fish or meat, is a local delicacy, eaten raw for vital nutrients. The aroma of stew fills the tent, promising warmth and comfort. Preparing food is an act of love, transforming raw resources into life-giving meals. As the children return, rosy-cheeked, the hot meal draws them to the fire. This is more than sustenance. It's family, teamwork, and survival. Every meal is a celebration of resilience. In the heart of winter, food is hope. The children have their own vital task, caring for the sled dogs. These Yakutian Lykas are not pets, but partners in survival. The children feed them frozen fish and meat, ensuring each dog is strong and healthy. They speak to the dogs in Yakut, building trust and respect. Play strengthens the bond. Throwing snow, gentle wrestling, learning each dog's personality. This is training for the future. The children are tomorrow's hunters and mushers. They learn responsibility, teamwork, and leadership. The dog's well-being is tied to the family's survival. The children are the bridge between people and animals. Through these daily rituals, they inherit the skills and values of their ancestors. In the Arctic, every relationship matters. The synergy between child and dog is a lesson in resilience. As the sun sets, anticipation fills the camp. The hunters are returning. The distant barking of dogs and the whisper of sled runners signal their arrival. The men, frosted and weary, are greeted by children's shouts and smiles. The dogs, tired but proud, are unharnessed and fed. Today's hunt was successful. A reindeer strapped to the sled promises days of food and materials. Inside, the urasa is warm and welcoming. The hunters shed frozen layers, thawing by the fire. Steaming bowls of stew are passed around. The meal, a reward for the day's efforts. Silence gives way to stories. The hunt, the camp, the children's adventures. Around the fire, the family's bond is reaffirmed. Each member's role is vital. Hunters, caretakers, children learning their place. In this harsh land, unity is survival. The day ends with gratitude and togetherness. In the world's coldest wilderness, the family is whole. Night falls, and the world outside is silent, colder than ever. Inside, the family gathers in the warmth of the fire. Children sleep under thick furs. Adults share quiet peace. They have met the day's challenges together. Life here demands courage, unity, and respect for tradition. Every action is for the family, every resource cherished. The Yakut people do not fight nature. They live in partnership with it. Their strength comes from knowledge, patience, and love. Survival is not just physical, it's the warmth of community and heart. Even in the coldest place on Earth, the human spirit burns bright. Here, family and resilience are the true fire against the ice.